Hi there, my name is Richard McMahon from the interview training website passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial I will teach you how to pass an interview if you are a fresher or a first time job applicant. So if you have a job interview coming up for any role whatsoever, make sure you stay tuned because I will help you to be successful. And just very quickly, please make sure you hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible to pass their interviews. I can only do that if you are subscribed, and please make sure you give the video a like because that tells me you find these videos useful and it motivates me to create more content for you. Okay, let's get straight into this freshers interview tips training tutorial. So to help you pass your interview, I am going to give you 10 really important freshers job interview tips. Here's the first one. Freshers job interview tip number 1. Your enthusiasm and your passion are your biggest assets, and they will help you to pass your job interview. Now, despite what some people might think, passion and enthusiasm are more important in certain job roles than experience. So therefore, although you will have little or no work experience yet, your passion, your drive and your determination to succeed will be highly attractive to the employer. So make sure you tell the interviewer as a fresher that you are effectively a blank canvas. Now this means they will get to train you up to be the perfect employee within their organization. Oh, and don't forget, make sure you dress to impress during your interview. If this is your first job interview, you really need to make an effort with your appearance. So regardless of the role you are applying for, make sure you wear a smart and professional outfit, because this shows the interviewer that you care about the job and that you have high standards. Freshers interview tip number 2 is to make sure that you know as much as possible about the company that you are applying to join. The more you know about their company, the more chance you will have of getting hired. Now, one of the biggest frustrations amongst interviewers and hiring managers is candidates who know very little about the company that they're applying to work for. Now, you know that they're going to ask you the interview question, what can you tell me about our company? And those candidates who can't answer that question are not going to get hired. This is your chance to show the interviewer that you know a lot about their company, their products and their services. So in the build up to your job interview, spend some time researching their website, their company history, their achievements and the types of different products and services that they offer. And also, don't forget to check out their social media pages for any latest news stories, because this then gives you something to talk about during your job interview. Freshers interview tip number 3 is to make sure you are confident during your interview, but you also show respect and demonstrate really good manners. These will go a long way to helping you land the job that you are after. Now, it is important to have confidence in your abilities, and the way to demonstrate confidence in any job interview is to speak clearly, to maintain eye contact with the interviewer, and to also listen to what they are saying throughout the interview. Now, of course, you are probably going to be quite nervous during your interview, and a great way to overcome interview nerves is to make sure you check out this video when you're ready that has appeared at the top of the tutorial. It is also really important that you demonstrate good manners throughout your interview. Make sure you introduce yourself by saying, hello, my name is Richard and I am here for the interview today. That will get you off to a really positive start. You should offer a firm handshake if invited to do so, and look the interviewer in the eyes when you are shaking their hand. Don't sit down in the interview chair until invited to do so. Make sure you sit upright, you smile and maintain good posture, and also thank the interviewer for giving you the chance to be interviewed for the position. So you could say, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity today. Freshers interview tip number 4 is to make sure you get your answer to the interview question, tell me about yourself, prepared and rehearsed in advance of your interview. Now, if you practice your answer to the first interview question, tell me about yourself, it then sets you up with confidence for the rest of your interview. Let me now give you a brilliant example answer that you can use to the question, tell me about yourself. Here we go. Thank you for inviting me to be interviewed for this position today. I am a positive, confident and happy person who wants to achieve many great things in life. I consider myself to be good with people. I possess strong communication skills and I feel I work very well as part of a team. For example, whilst undertaking my studies, I was part of several societies and groups and I always made sure I supported my fellow students to help them improve in the areas that I excelled in. I am ready to take up this challenge with your company and I see it as a brilliant opportunity for me to not only use the skills and qualities I already have, but to learn many more from the bright and talented people that already work here. So that's a cracking answer to that first freshers interview question, tell me about yourself. Freshers interview tip number 5 is to show awareness of how to do specific tasks in the workplace. So during your interview, the hiring manager is probably going to ask you a series of difficult behavioural interview questions. Now these include, tell me about a time when you worked as part of a team, or tell me about a time when you delivered excellent customer service. Now of course the problem here is that you might have never carried out these types of tasks before. However, there is a clever way of answering these tricky interview questions if you have no previous work experience, and that is to explain what you would do in that given situation. So if the interviewer says to you, tell me about a time when you worked as part of a team, you could say something like this. Although I haven't yet worked in this type of situation, I have witnessed other people do it and therefore I do know what I'm required to do. I would listen to the team brief carefully. I would communicate clearly with my teammates. I would allocate team tasks based on each person's strengths and I would support anyone in the team who needed assistance. At all times I would focus intently on the team's goals and I would do everything I could do to help the team achieve them. Freshers interview tip number 6 is to write down a list of 5 things that you can do for their company. Now at some stage during your job interview, the hiring manager is going to say to you, why should we hire you? Or what can you bring to the company? Or even what makes you the standout candidate? Now by writing down a list of 5 things that you can bring to their company, it gives you different things that you can draw upon during the interview that show that you are going to add value to their organisation. So let me now give you 5 example things that you could say that show you're going to be an asset to their business. Number 1, you could tell the interviewer that you are a very fast learner and that you will need little supervision moving forward. Number 2, you could say that you are positive about change. That's a really good thing to say, and that you see change as an important part of helping a business to continually thrive, innovate and meet the demands of its customers. Number 3, you could say that you are commercially aware. Now this means that you understand the importance of working hard, of representing their company positively when dealing with clients and customers, and that you are someone who will always bring a creative edge to the business. Number 4, you could say that you are the type of person who will always take ownership of difficult and challenging situations and that you see pressure as an opportunity for you to grow and improve in the role. And finally, number 5, you could say that you will always take responsibility for your own ongoing professional development in the role. So there's 5 brilliant things that you can say as a fresher during your interview to demonstrate that you're going to add value to their organisation. Freshers interview tip number 7 is to make sure you are able to describe yourself in just 3 words. So describe yourself in 3 words is a really common freshers or first-time job interview question. It's not easy to answer, but it is commonly used by hiring managers because it assesses your understanding of yourself, your levels of honesty and self-awareness. So when answering the tough interview question, describe yourself in 3 words, it is really important that you explain why you have chosen the 3 words that you have done. So you could say something like this. In 3 words, I would describe myself as selfless, self-motivated and driven. I am selfless because I will always put the needs of others first. I am self-motivated because I am naturally an ambitious person who wants to make an impact wherever I am working. And I am driven because I want to achieve many great things in life, both personally and professionally. So that's a great way to answer that difficult freshers interview question. Describe yourself in 3 words. Freshers job interview tip number 8 is to make sure you prepare answers to the most common freshers interview questions. Now, the most common freshers interview questions are, tell me about yourself. You already have an example answer to that. The second question, why do you want to work here? What are your strengths? What's your biggest weakness? That is a difficult interview question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? How do you handle stress and pressure? What do you know about our company? What are your hobbies and interests outside of work? And also, what type of work environment do you prefer to work in? So there's some example questions that I strongly recommend you prepare answers to. Now, if you would like to download brilliant example answers to those questions and more freshers interview questions, click that link in the top right-hand corner of the video when you're ready. Freshers interview tip number 9 is to make sure that you have 3 smart questions ready to ask at the end of your interview. Now, it's very important that you ask several questions at the end of your job interview to show the hiring manager that you are serious about this job and that you are serious about helping their organisation develop in the role. So here's 3 really smart questions to consider asking. How has the position evolved over the years? That's a brilliant question. The second one is, what's the first thing you would need me to concentrate on in this role within the first few weeks of starting? And question number 3 to ask at the end of your interview is, what advice would you give to someone like me who wants to excel in this position? Those are 3 brilliant questions to ask as a fresher at the end of your interview. Freshers interview tip number 10 is a really, really good one. And that is to focus on demonstrating the following 8 skills and qualities throughout your job interview. Number 1, focus on demonstrating trustworthiness and loyalty. Number 2, tell the interviewer that you are a creative and innovative person. Number 3, demonstrate that you have a positive mindset and a can-do attitude. The next one is to demonstrate enthusiasm, passion and a hunger to learn. The next one is perseverance and self-motivation. And number 7 is to be able to work calmly under pressure. And finally, number 8 is to tell the interviewer that you are a solid problem solver and a resilient person. So the next thing I want you to do to accelerate your learning is to make sure you click that link right now in the top right hand corner of the video. Head through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can download my full set of freshers interview questions and top scoring answers. Make sure you check that link out right now. Finally, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please give the video a like, and you can also connect with me on LinkedIn. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. Thank you so much for watching and paying attention, and I wish you all the best for passing your interview. Have a brilliant day.